All right, guys, what's going on? Ozzy here. I'm just doing my weekly Wednesday catch up. I finally fixed my camera situation. I was actually streaming on Saturday for the UFC fight, and the camera quality was a bit bad, and I have standards in what I want to post and what I don't want to post. But I was able to really get in there and fix the camera with my Logitech, so I think we're good to go. I'm seeing a good camera quality. I don't foresee a issue going forward. But yeah, I guess like this is my first official stream that I'm gonna be posting on YouTube, and hopefully this blows up. For those of you that don't know, I think this is gonna be a streaming channel where I'm just documenting my life as I progress in towards my goals, whether if it's mentally, financially, economically, socially. But really, this is a place where I want everyone to come in and really just be on that same mindset, kind of like a Mike Thurston or a Levi Bentley type of channel where, we together as a community will grow. And this is a place where I want you guys to, let me know if I'm doing something wrong, and vice versa. I let you guys know what you're doing wrong, right? This is a place where we hold each other accountable. I want to be able to tell you guys, hey, get to the gym, and then I want you guys to tell me to get to the gym if I miss the gym. And it's up to me to not lie to you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys every time I stream what I did for the day, what I did for the week, and I'm gonna make sure to tell you that I'm going to the gym. Like for example, I haven't been running. I used to run 5 miles a day. I haven't been running in about 3 weeks, and now I got to get back on it. I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow, 5 miles a day. So by the next stream on Sunday, I'm gonna make sure and tell you guys, yeah, I've been running 5 miles a day every day, and we're just gonna keep building, keep growing together. There's a lot of things that I'll be talking about throughout these streams, but we'll take it as it goes, obviously. But things like watches, the gym, your health. I mean, health is wealth, right? Because you can have $15 million in your bank account, but if you're sick, it doesn't really mean anything unless you're passing it down to your kids. But I don't think sacrificing your health to be able to make money is necessary. I don't think that's a good sacrifice to do. So I want you guys to, go to the gym. And, if you don't go to the gym, I'm going to tell you, get your ass to the gym. Don't be dumb. As of Wednesday, actually, big announcement. I got a new job. I don't have any sounds, but maybe I'll implement that into the future. Yeah, I got a new job, and I just started learning how to DJ. It's gonna be a good time. I just want to do a lot of things. I don't really go out much, so if I go out, might as well get paid for it, right? But yeah, so today, what I'm gonna be doing is reacting to a video that I saw by Aiden Ross, and I think it's a really good video for you guys to understand. It's very motivational. I really appreciate him for showing it. I sped the video up a bit because I don't know the copyright guidelines. And Aiden, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry, but it was a good message. However, it was very broad, and I really want to just break down some of the nuances in regards to what he was saying in that video. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that today, and then yeah, we'll go from there. We'll have some fun. But if you guys have any questions, obviously no one's watching the stream right now. I just started, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Let me know what I did wrong, what you don't agree with. I love a good conversation. But yeah, let's do it. Let me see if I can start this correctly. All right. Let me see. Hey, there we are. All right. So, Aiden, again, this is a motivational speech. Before he hit his 2 million subscribers, I actually watched it. It was a really good video, but I just want to break down some nuances for you to just like help you guys understand a little better on what's going on. Well, yeah, let's start watching this.
You know why? Because without you guys, I'm nothing, and I know that, bro. I know that. Without you guys supporting me and loving me and falling in love with my streams, I'm nothing. And I want to just really quickly take you guys to back in time where time was simple for me. Life was very simple for me. Darport, thanks for the 5 give it. I appreciate you. A year ago today, chat, I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and today, a year later, I'm about at 2 million subscribers on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for changing my in life for the better, making me prove everybody that fucking doubted me wrong. And I want to give a motivational speech. And I know I don't do this anymore that much. It's because people find me corny and shit when I try to speak. But I know some of you guys are actually gonna get affected by this talk. So let's do this shit. All right. I'm gonna just tell you guys right now straight up how it works in life. All right. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna not go too deep in because I don't want some crazy shit happening to me, right? But I'm gonna tell you guys, there's cheat codes in life, bro. There's shortcuts in life, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm telling you, you guys gotta understand. Do something in your life that you like to do. You want to wake up and be happy. You don't want to wake up and just feel like you're sacrificing and selling your soul to something that you don't like to do. For example, be your own boss, bro. Wouldn't you rather have your own business, your own brand, start your own shit up and run it rather than working for somebody else's? If that makes sense. And here's what I'm gonna say. You know, I feel like schools need to just.
All right. One thing to unpack is he's right. You want to be able to, I guess, create your own business, right? Now, there are some people that are fine with working a 9 to 5 because of the fact that there's stability. Some people just don't want that headache of owning your own business because what happens with owning your own business is 1 month you can have a good production month, and then the second month you can have no production. Right? There's a lot of stresses and headaches to owning your own business or doing your own thing, and most of the time it takes about 2-3 years to get off the ground. And in those 2-3 years, you're working a lot of hours, a lot of shifts, because you're most of the time just alone. Now, he's right in terms of you want to own your own business and you want to be able to, I think, live the life that you want. Yeah, because it's going to be very rare for you to get mega rich off of a 9 to 5. I think most 9 to 5s you'll make like at the highest level, maybe like 500,000-600,000, which, by the way, don't get me wrong, is still a lot of money considering the fact that the average wage in the United States is like 38,000. So 500,000 is a lot. However, when you work a 9 to 5, you still have responsibilities, and 500,000 is good. However, it's not $3-4 million a year, which a lot of entrepreneurs are making. So I just want to set that out there. However, one nuance that I think is very important for me to discuss is the fact that when you're thinking about creating a business, you have to really, do a lot of research and understand what's going on, because of the fact that like you can't just like make a business on something that you don't know about, right? And here's what I mean by that. A lot of individuals, I've created businesses before, I've created startups, and obviously, I failed on some of them and then some of them went good. A lot of people will ask me, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Can you put me on? Can you put me on? Put me on. Like that was like the most cliche term ever. Put me on, put me on. So like I'll ask them a question and I'll say, hey, like, what do you want to do in your life? Right? And they'll say they want to own a business. Now with me, knowing what it takes to create a business and operate one, I'll ask them, all right, what specifically do you want to do? I'll take a deeper stab at it. And most of the time people tell me, I don't know. So then I'm like, if you don't know what you want to do and all you're thinking about is I want to make a business, right? What is the image that you foresee yourself, right? And they'll bring up a movie like, oh, I want to be like Jordan Belfort. I want to be like one of those millionaires in Dubai walking around. I'm like, do you understand that there was like hundreds and thousands of hours put in for those millionaires in Dubai to become those millionaires in Dubai? You're seeing the end result of it, yet you don't even know how to start. So Aiden is right. You want to be able to wake up and do what you love. You want to be able to, if you do want to own a business, you want to be able to, do it to the extent that you are happy with what you're doing. However, there is a lot of like basically R&D you have to do as an individual to understand what you like, because you can make a business in anything. You can make a business in selling spoons, you can make a business in selling shovels, you can make a business in coding, you can make a business in selling t-shirts, but you have to know what you want to do. And then from there, to take it further, you have to be able to understand what your market share is, right? Your strengths, your weaknesses, your threats, your opportunities, your SWOT analysis. You have to understand how much money are you putting in. Some businesses have higher entry barriers, right? Like I can't create a car company because it takes a lot of money. I can't create my own AI system because I have to buy like $100 million in GPUs. So you have to understand what's feasible and what's not feasible. And if you found a good idea, And then obviously there are ways to get around it where you get crowdfunding. You're able to sell your equity, for some money. But again, there's just a lot of consequences to the decisions you make, and you want to be able to do your research and understand the breakdown of what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you're going to do it. So Aiden is right. However, I just wanted to get into detail to let you guys know it's not that easy. You can't just wake up and say, I want to own a business. You have to find an opportunity. Once you find an opportunity, you have to be able to understand that you're going to work at that opportunity until it works. And most of the time, starting your own business, like I think 7 out of 10 businesses or startups fail. And you're going to have to work, I think, at least 3 years into that business, right? Because I think for the first 2 years, your business is going to lose money. And then on the third year is like where you possibly, not for sure, but possibly break even. But even then, in those 3 years, you're like working 18-hour days and you're doing extra work all alone, unless you have somebody to help you with like a co-partnership or whatever. But there's a lot of stuff and nuances with like creating your own business. So Aiden, you're right. But it's not as easy as that. Like you can't just say I want to own a own business. You have to understand what you want to do. So just wanted to bring that out there.
They need to really fucking understand that some kids are not really meant for college. And I really feel like you guys we're all taught this bullshit in high school. We're not ever taught about taxes, fucking mental health. We're not taught about fucking shit that matters in the world, right? We're talking about history. Why do we need to learn about history, right? I feel like
All right. One thing I'll say about high school is like a general education structure for like kids. And like if you want to learn specific skill sets, that's like where you have to like do the extra and go to a private school, from my understanding. However, I think high school is very important. I understand that you have to learn how to pay taxes. There are classes and courses in high school that like are not really relevant to someone's life. And I've seen those memes where it's like another day being spent without using sine, cosine, or tangent. However, you still have to learn like basics of the education system, right? You have to learn how to basically create structured sentences. You have to learn how to basically do, math. You have to learn how to do basics on pinpointing certain aspects of a pie chart or whatever it is, or an Excel sheet. And I also think history is important just because of the fact that, like, don't you want to know how or what became, you know, this world? Like things like the Yalta Conference was a big shift in our life, right? World War II. Yeah, I think history is like still important. And I guess like what I'm trying to say is, yes, high schools can do better. However, it is a standard structure all over the US where they give general educations. And because it's a general overview, you have to be good at many topics. And from there, that's really what creates your criteria into getting into college. So, yeah, Aiden, you're right, but high school is still important. So, yeah, and then I think to his point, yes, not everyone is meant for school. That's true. However, I think there's a problem these days where people are brainwashed to believe that school is a scam. I don't think school is a scam because of the fact that, like, how do I say this? So a lot of people, when I was growing up, a lot of people would tell me, "Oh, I don't want to go to college." Right? I knew a lot of people that dropped out of college, and I'll ask them, "Hey, like, why don't you want to go to college?" And then they'll say, "School's not for me." I'm like, "Okay, so like, what is for you?" And they'll end up being like bums, right? But then they'll mention to me like, "Oh, Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg never went to college." Guys, like, please don't ever compare yourself to a billionaire and think it's okay to not do something because they didn't do it. Like Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard University. Most people can't even get into Harvard University. Does that make sense? Not everyone is meant for school, but those people that are not meant for school, they are so bright in what they want to do and how they want to do it that you can tell there is a certain energy around them that they know what they're doing and they really believe in what they're doing and how they're going to do it. However, you can't just like tell me school's not for me. Okay, what is for you then? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to become an influencer? Are you trying to become I got a salesman? Are you trying to become a plumber? Like, you can become anything you want. That's totally fine. But you can't just say school's not for me and not do anything. You're just being lazy at that point. You're gonna have to go to school a lot, and the reason why I advocate for college is because a lot of people coming out of high school don't know what they want to do. Fortunately for me, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in finance. I knew exactly my career path. I know exactly what I needed to major in. But most people don't know what they want to do in high school. And that's fine, because I think that's like too much to ask for a child that's like 16, 17 years old to understand what he wants to do in his life, especially coming with the pressure of like your parents and society and telling you like, you know, this is what you want, this is what you need. But you have to be able to find your path instead of like running away from it. And saying that school is not for you is not really the answer, in my opinion. But Aiden is right. School is not for everyone. But the people that know school is not for them know exactly what they want to do. So Aiden's right, but just I just want to put that out there. Don't watch that specific clip where you're seeing school's not for everyone and then think, yeah, school's not for me. I'm not going to do anything. Like, no, you have to do something and you have to have an idea. You can't just drop out and think something's going to come to you. You already have to have something like in place in your head, drilled in. Like, I'm gonna do this and I don't care. Most people don't have that. So, please stay in school unless you truly know that you have something in you to be able to do something outside of that. So, yeah, just saying.
We're literally all being fucking raised in this school shit to do shit, to be factory workers and shit, to be fucking 9 to 5 workers. When no, that's bullshit. You guys are all legends watching this shit. You're all, listen, I believe that everything happens for a reason. You're all in my stream right now for a reason, right? You're all meant to be listening to what I'm having to say, right? You watch me on a daily basis. You watch me. It doesn't matter what it is. You came across this right here. You're watching me right now. This is live, all right? You're meant to see this shit. Whatever you got going, whether it's music, rap, acting, streaming, YouTube, drawing shit, whatever the fuck it is, bro. And again, I might sound corny and shit and cringe to some of you guys. You just have very loose-headed brains, and good luck working your salty ass 9 to 5 job for the rest of your life for real shit. I want all you guys to get rich. It's just the truth. Tyler with another 50, bro. Hold on a second. Tyler,
All right, so a lot to unpack there. We, from what he said, that we are propping up to become factory workers doing 9 to 5s. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he knows what he's talking about, because there are various different roles of a 9 to 5. You can have your investment banker who helps transactions of like multi-billion-dollar mergers. There's a 9 to 5 of a teacher. There's a 9 to 5 of a nursing assistant. There's different 9 to 5s. I kind of get what he's saying by the factory worker. However, there's a lot of jobs that are like super respectable, and you know, for example, if an investment banker works a 9 to 5, they're working towards something that impacts the world and the financial climate of the United States and the rest of the stock market. So they're bringing a lot of value to the world. So it's like, yeah, cool. Maybe under the umbrella term of being a factory worker, I get it, but Aiden, I think you're just like putting too much of an emphasis on the fact that they have responsibilities. And I think, like, to an extent, it's it's not bad to have a 9 to 5, is what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, I work a 9 to 5, and I'm bringing value to the world by using my skill sets to be able to create what I'm doing, like based on the finance role that I have, right? There's a doctor who has a 9 to 5, like not necessarily a 9 to 5, but a doctor has a job, a nurse has a job. Like, these people are bringing value to the world by saving individuals. So the way he said, I get what he's saying. I'm not insulted by it, but I just want to bring that nuance that having a 9 to 5 is not bad, because of the fact that it allows you to have a strong sense of financial freedom. And let's say, for example, somebody that grew up in a bad background, but then they get a job making $150,000, that $150,000 is going to do a lot for them in terms of helping them get set in, financially in terms of other businesses, right? He mentioned YouTube, streaming, rapping. Like if you're just rapping, it's going to be hard for you to save money for studio. It's gonna, the I guess the promotion, the marketing of what you're doing, that takes money. And if you have a job that brings in stable income, then you have the money to do that. So it gives you a sense of financial freedom. So don't, like, again, having a 9 to 5 is not bad. So guys, please don't think that a 9 to 5 is very good. You have to do what you love. I love working my job. Yes, I would love to have financial freedom to not work it, because I'm in the position right now where I have to work a 9 to 5 to survive. However, it's not like this whole factory worker is, like, I think, complete bullshit. But again, I understand what he's saying, right? You're not your boss, essentially. You have someone over you telling you what to do and how to do it. So it makes sense.
Hold on, Tyler. Hold on. I'm gonna fucking go crazy. But listen, you're so perfect, bro. You're so valuable. You're a legend. You're literally a walking legend right now. I'm a human being. I have fingers. I have eyeballs. I have a nose. I have teeth. I have a mouth. You should never, ever, ever put somebody like myself above anybody else. I'm in the same person as everybody watching right now, spamming W's, facts, and yes, sir. I'm one of you. You watch me because in some way you can relate to me or you look up to me in some way. Well, guess what? You can go out and get this shit too. I'm trying to tell you it's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, a lot of blessings, a lot of luck. It's lucky. But at the same
All right, so he's right. You cannot pedestalize people, because at the end of the day, we do the same thing that we do. And we both have two eyes, we both have a nose, we both take a piss when we need to, we both sleep. It doesn't matter. So as a human, you shouldn't pedestalize anyone, because, like, it creates a psychological, like, trigger in you where you think, oh, I can never be this person. You have every right to try and become you know what you dream of doing. However, people do have different skill sets, and unfortunately, someone's going to be better than you at something and someone's going to be worse than you at something, right? So, for example, I'm 5'10" or 5'11", I don't know, and I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to play in the NBA. Through some crazy miracle, and by what he said, luck, I might have had a chance when I was younger if I started playing at a very young age. But statistically, and I'm looking at this pure logic, statistically, I don't have a chance to get into NBA because I'm 5'10" and I don't have any hops and I'm not that strong. So that means that there are people with better skill sets than me to go ahead and do that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is Aiden is right. You have the ability to chase your dreams. However, I do want to say that you have to be realistic with them. And also, I can give you another example with Jay Z. I remember there was an interview, and Jay Z got hate for this shit, but he was talking about his friends, and they asked him, like, "Hey, can you, like, check out my music?" Right? He checked it out, and he said, "This music's some shit. Quit your career, man. I don't know what you're doing," because not everyone can be a rapper. I can't be a rapper. I can't talk like Drake. I don't have Lil Baby's voice. I have the opportunity to chase that dream, but sometimes you got to be realistic, right? So again, keep doing what you're doing. However, it, like, everyone's made to be able to have a skill in different things. So if you want to be a rapper but you can't make it, that's fine. At least you tried, right? The fact that you tried already shows you have initiative. But, like, not everyone can be a rapper, just like not everyone can be a basketball player, and not everyone can be an actor. Not everyone can, you know, I don't know, be a streamer, right? Who knows? Like, I might not succeed in this, but I'm still trying. And if I try and I continuously try, nothing works out, that means that I don't have the skill set to be a streamer, to have someone watch me and relate to me. So Aiden is right. Follow your dreams. However, at a certain point, be realistic. Because if you're a rapper and it's been 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, like, I think it's a sign for you to hang up your boots. It's, but try something else. Don't just, like, give up, right? because I can't become a point guard for the Lakers, it doesn't mean I'm going to give up on everything. I'm going to try something new. That's just how life works. You got to keep trying, but be realistic with yourself.
Same time, you have people that work years and years and years and years, and it finally will pay off. If you work extremely hard at whatever you got going on, something that you love to do, I swear to God, your life will change. It takes one whole year to see crazy improvement. I remember a year ago today, I was struggling, bro. I was struggling, but I was still in a really good spot.
All right, so I'm really glad he brought this up because it takes a lot of hard work to do anything that requires results. And I'll give you guys an example. Last year, I was really fat and I was a different person. I didn't know how to talk. I was, very shy. I didn't have many social skills. I worked on it by literally getting in front of a camera and talking. And it worked out for me, right? I went to the gym every day. I consistently ate healthy. I lost a lot of weight. And now I'm like building out a lot of muscle, right? So within a year, like, don't take a year for granted. Every single day counts. 365 days. That means you have 365 tries to get good at something, right? One day it's, fixing a small mistake here. Another day it's fixing another mistake there. As you continuously get experience, you learn. And with that experience, you get better. So, yes, Aiden Ross is right. You have to work really, really hard. There is no cutting corners when it comes to success. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there are outliers in the situation where you have like an Addison Ray for getting famous on TikTok or, um, you know, I don't know, like Gigi Hadid. Like, yes, some people have connections to do broader things. Other people get lucky based on their looks. But again, most of the time, right, and we're talking in general, there is no corner cutting. You have to be able to work hard to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And a year's time is very important because when you're locked in and dialed, you have to like get in there no matter what. And you have to be better than what you were yesterday, today. Which proves my point, there is no tomorrow. You can't start tomorrow. You have to do it today, no matter what. If you fuck up, doesn't matter. Analyze your mistake and continuously, create new experiences and create new skill sets, right? It does not matter. You fuck up once, that's just a way for you to learn your mistake. Always analyze. You can't get better without analyzing. Because if I just like say something wrong and I don't care about it, I'm not gonna fix that mistake, right? You can interview for your job. You can interview 15 times. If you don't analyze what you did wrong, you're not gonna get a job. But if you analyze it, you understand the mistake, and you put it in your head, I can't do that anymore. You quite literally create an evolutionary trait within you in that specific criteria of whatever you're trying to achieve. So don't give up. Keep working hard. Aiden's right.
But I was struggling mentally because I wanted to get to that next step. I was like, I know I'm meant to be something great, and I really manifested everything that I got going on. That my art project song that you guys have listened to that I made, it was in 2019. I knew I was gonna fucking blow up. I just knew I was. Everyone around me, I would tell my friends I was gonna do it. People would look at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, your parents might be the hardest people in your life that you gotta convince. So unfortunately, if you're living under the roof and you're still taking their money and you're still eating their food, you gotta listen to them. You gotta either get a 9 to 5 job on the side, you gotta go.
All right, so yeah, this is a very important topic, and unfortunately, this is a hard topic to discuss. Um, when you're living with your parents as a young kid, it's very beneficial because you're learning a lot of new things from them. However, as you're catering out into new experiences, living with your parents has its benefits. However, it's a double-edged sword where you're paying your rent with your soul. And what I mean by that is your parents, unfortunately, a lot of the times will hold you back. And you have to, because you're living under their house and under their rules, if they don't agree with something, they're not gonna, they're gonna give you a hard time about not doing it, right? So, for example, if you want to become a streamer, right, and your parents grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s where there's no such thing as an internet, to them, it's a foreign concept. Like, wait, you're going to get on a camera and talk? What the fuck? You're supposed to make money off that? No. Like, Why don't you stop wasting time and get a real job? That's how parents think. It's a very old mindset. So they're not going to understand you. And you know, you have full control over your life. However, it's going to create a lot of hardships to do it consistently and with efficiency, because your parents are going to keep telling you, no, why are you doing that? I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that. And at some point, you're going to start thinking, oh, wait, maybe like I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe I should just get a job. So, guys, this is a very hard truth you have to understand, but you have to, if you have aspirations to do stuff that, might be outside the norm, um, your parents are going to be like the hardest ones to persuade, because of the fact that they love you so much and they want to protect you. There is no logic with parents because they love you so much. They want to make sure that you have a good life for yourself. So if they don't understand something, it's automatic. Like, I don't want you to do this. And Aiden's right. You have to, moving out of your parents' place and being able to afford your own spot creates more responsibilities. However, it gives you more motivation to do stuff. Because once I moved out of my parents' house, and I'm not saying my parents, didn't allow me to do anything, but as a man, I grew up. I wanted to live alone, and paying rent and doing your own stuff, it really gives you a lot of life skills and organize it makes you, like, forces you to organize yourself in a way where you have to be able to perform and gradually increase in your success financially, economically, socially, mentally. So Aiden's right. Your parents are going to be, a lot of times your parents are going to be your not your haters, but like they're going to hold you back. So when you live under their house, under their rules, you have to do what they expect. And if you want to be able to live a life that they don't understand, whether if it's like you not going into a doctor like position, or you want to become a rapper, a streamer, an actor, yeah, like, your parents are gonna be very hard to persuade. So Aiden, unfortunately, is right.
To college, you gotta listen to them, bro. You gotta respect your parents. You have to. However, once you start getting that leverage to where you can be like, yo, mom, dad, look, fuck off for a little bit. Let me grind what I got going on right now. This is something special and great. Don't ever fucking let somebody let you down. Don't ever let somebody tell you you cannot be something, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you guys are all amazing. You're all amazing. I'm not telling you right now to go drop out of school and go commit 24/7 to your shit. I'm not saying that. But what I'm telling you is this. You can literally do anything. We're all human beings.
Yeah. So you see how he mentioned, like, don't say fuck off to your parents, but you have to be able to grind it out and work. So if that means getting into isolation at your own spot for a year, you're just gonna have to do that, right? And again, thank you for clearing that up, that you don't have to drop out of school. However, you do have to put in an ample amount of time. If you have school, if you have a job, right? If you have a 9 to 5, or you're going to school 9 to 5, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of things to be able to get what you need done. As an entrepreneur, it's not an easy life. A lot of people think it's easy because they see the success behind it. However, it's not an easy life. In those like moments where you're grinding, you're sacrificing a lot of things like sleep, right? You lose all your friends. There is no such thing as a Sunday night football game for you. There's no such thing as a Super Bowl party for you. There's no such thing as Mother's Day. There's no such thing as Thanksgiving dinner. You're literally just focused, right? You have to, at like, to an extent, become insane. You have to be crazy where you don't care about anything. And a lot of people can't make those sacrifices. So Aiden's right. You can do anything, but it's not that easy, guys. You have to be able to be insane, insane. And I'm telling you right now, like, a lot of you guys won't even understand what I mean by that. But you have to be crazy. You have no friends, no girlfriend, no social life. You literally wake up and only think about one thing, and that's whatever, like, that specific startup or that project or whatever it is you're doing. Being an entrepreneur is not an easy job. It's not an easy life. Kevin O'Leary literally said on his interviews, he does not want, he doesn't like recommend having an entrepreneurial life to everyone, because 95% of the people can't do it. You have to have that bone in you to take so much damage and still say, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to wake up today and I'm going to find a way to get this done. It is what it is. Look at NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang, right? They asked him, hey, do you have any advice for anyone like that's doing a startup? Would you do this again? He literally said, I would not do this again. It is like the hardest part of my life was getting Nvidia to what it is now. Cool, Nvidia became what it is, and it was all worth it. But up until that moment, for the last 10 to 15 years, that question just lingered on his head 24/7. He woke up, didn't know what was going to happen, right? So what Aiden said is right, but you have to understand it's not that easy. You have to like be insane to be able to, you know, get successful in anything that you want to do, whether it's streaming, acting, you know, selling spoons, I don't know, anything. You have to be crazy. There's a lot of moving parts to it. And again, like it's not simple, guys. You have to be able to be insane. And I've been tested before with my companies. A lot of my companies failed, right? And I didn't waste that time. I learned from it. But you know, you have to have a lot of patience. It's a lot of hard work.
Beings, we all have talent. Your talent is your superpower. You are very talented. You're a superpower. You have superpowers, bro. You might be better at writing essays than somebody else. You might be better at this than somebody else. You might be better at playing basketball than somebody else. Football, 2K, fucking. You might be better at playing Call of Duty than somebody else. You're all very talented in some way, and the problem is you guys are the bar is set so high that it's sometimes hard to realize that. But I want you to understand and literally take this in that I love you. I'm rooting for you, and you can do it. But you have to cut out negativity. You gotta cut out fake friends. You gotta cut out any negativity that gets you bad saying, oh,
Yeah, so back to what I said earlier with that Jay-Z interview when his friends asked him for advice and he said, just quit. Again, not everyone has the same skill set, right? So if you're like really good at Call of Duty, there's no reason for you to try to become a rapper, right? Why don't you get really good at Call of Duty, make money off of it, and then potentially use your cash cow skill set to be able to move into other avenues of investments, right? So let me give you an example. Apple, or no, forget that. AWS, right? Amazon started off by selling books, and they became a big book retailer. They made a lot of money, and what do? They segmented into AWS, they segmented into Amazon Prime, they segmented into Alexa. They used one cash cow to be able to create an entire empire of things. Same for you. So, for example, like Aiden Ross said, some of you might be better than others at 2K. Some of you guys might be better than others at Call of Duty. If you make a lot of money from Call of Duty, build up an audience, use that as your cash cow. From there, you can potentially segment your way into new things like rapping, like streaming, like doing, acting. There's a lot of stuff you can do. But the point is that you have to understand your skill set and be realistic with what you want to do. So me, I'm not gonna become a NFL superstar. So, but I am really good at motivating people. I am really good at discussing things. I am really good at breaking stuff down through articulation. So I'm doing streaming. Now, maybe in the future, if I blow up, what's there to stop me from doing collabs with NFL players, right? That could be a form of way to, like, fulfilling my dream. But find your cash cow, become obsessed, get not good at it, but great, the best, no matter what it is, and then from there, segment your way once you do make it. Good stuff, Aiden.
but Aiden, what if this doesn't happen? What if you can't achieve that? What if this does? Why? There's no what if, bro. Because you know what? You only live once. It's your life, so it's not right for people, including teachers, parents, elders, that know no shit about this new generation. They know nothing. They're like 60, 50 years old. What the fuck do I get out of listening to my 60-year-old teacher saying, "Oh, that's not logical, motherfucker"? You weren't born into my generation where social media runs the world. It's a
So this is really just breaking down what I said earlier, where a lot of people won't understand you as an entrepreneur because you're so crazy and you're so obsessed with fulfilling that one objective that you're looking for. A lot of people won't understand you, and that includes your parents, that includes your teachers, that includes your friends. I unfortunately, don't talk to a lot of my childhood friends anymore on a daily basis, but because of the fact that I'm just too busy and I'm doing other things. And a lot of people that I used to talk to in high school are just doing the same thing they're doing in high school, even though 7 to 8 years has passed already. You're gonna get a lot of hate, you're gonna get a lot of attention, but that's just how it is. One thing I'll say about hate is if you're getting more hate, it means you're doing something right, but you can't let that affect you. That's easier said than done. I know that a lot of people say, "Oh, like I don't care about the haters," but like when you have someone constantly saying like, "Oh, you're not shit," obviously it hurts because a lot of the times it comes from your closest friends. A lot of the times it comes from idols that you look for up to, but do not let anyone's opinion of you dictate your behavior and your judgment on what you think is right. Because when you get hated upon, it literally just, by definition, someone throwing out their insecurity on you because they can't do it themselves. So if someone can't become an actor themselves, they're gonna tell you, "Oh, you're not good enough," right? I tried this before. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you tried. I'm gonna shoot my shot, and if it goes in, it goes in. I don't care, right? And I've got like you have to have such a killer instinct where you can't let nobody throw you negative energy. Me personally, I don't let nobody throw me negative energy. I don't give a fuck. Literally, I've had people tell me, "Oh, like you sure you want to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do want to do that." Like, so, oh, but like most people, fuck you. I don't care about most people. I care about me. I don't care about most people. Don't compare me to most people. I'm here to do it because I want to do it and I have an objective that I want to complete. If it fails, congratulations. At least I can look back into it and understand that I tried. Right? I've had moments before where it was like, oh, you like I've had someone tell me one time, oh, you should just accept this because, you know, you should be grateful. Fuck you. Grateful for what? I'm fighting for what I want to fight for. I want more because I know internally I can ask for more. I can dictate for more. This is just how things work. You have to have a killer instinct. You have to be a fucking lion, right? You just gotta get in there. She's a motherfucker. Like I'm gonna go after you no matter what it is, right? Don't let nobody stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't let the hate, the negativity get to you. And I've got to the point where I literally don't even let it get near me, right? Because here's the thing with people, right? If someone gives you an advice, and I'm giving you guys advice, right? If someone gives you advice and they tell you something that, from their opinion, what you have to do is look at them, right? You look at them and you think, okay, do I want to become like you when I get older? Or do I want to become like you right now? Or do I want to become like you at some point? The answer is no. You just get their advice, put it in the right ear, and take it out the left and say, thank you for letting me know. I will take that into consideration. If you don't want to take their advice, don't take it. You make sure to look at them first and see who they are as a person, an individual, and if they have the aura that you want later on. If they do, you take their advice and have a conversation with them. But I'm telling you right now, most of the time, you will not be hated upon by people who have more than you. All right, let me say that again. You will not be hated upon by people who have more than you. It's most of the time people that have less than you and are stuck in the same position and they know that they don't have enough balls to move up with you. Do not let nobody ever dictate their energy on how you move. It does not matter. Literally, there have been moments where I have told people, yo, fuck you. I will not listen to you. I don't want to hear your opinion or your negativity. I know what I'm doing. Everything I've done so far has worked. I don't want to be like you, so I'm not going to take your judgment. However, if there's a billionaire telling me, stay away from this, if you want to get to your goal, this can also work for you, right? You'll understand as you talk to more people the way they formulate their arguments, and you'll know like what's helpful and what's not. If someone tells you, oh, that never works, fuck you. Maybe it will for me. But if someone that is, actually wants you to succeed and says, oh, yeah, I was where you were about a few years ago. I actually messed up here. So, just be careful there. And then, just make sure you go around this. Then you'll know, like, okay, this guy's really trying to help me. And I want to be like this guy. And I'm going to take his advice. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But the fact is, he's not hating. Don't let nobody's negativity get you down. Literally, just say, fuck you. Don't literally say it to that person, but like, Anytime something's thrown at you that you don't like, fuck that. I don't care. Again, going back to my point, you have to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed with becoming who you want to be. That's just how it is. So get it done.
It's a fact. So stop listening to them. They don't know better. Guess what? We're more enhanced and advanced than our parents. Let me explain why. Let me tell you why. Guess what, guys? Your parents, they're more experienced than you. They've lived longer years than you. But let's say your parents are 50. By the time I'm 50, I'm going to be smarter than when my dad was 50. And that's just a fact. You know why? Because we're literally getting smarter, right? Technology is getting so severe that if I have a kid and he's my age, by the time he's my age, he's going to be smarter than me. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? My words may not be making sense, but we're really enhanced, bro. And what I'm trying to tell you is do not listen to motherfuckers that have no idea. Of course, think about it, chat. Put yourself in your fucking dad or mom's shoes. It wouldn't make sense because they didn't grow up into video games. They didn't grow up into Instagram and Twitter and iPhones. They didn't grow up into that. They didn't do that. See, why would you listen to them when they have no idea? You know more about an iPhone than your mom or dad. Let's be honest, bro. This shit is worth more money than anything ever because you can make so much money off of this, bro. Off of your Instagram.
Guys, what he said was very important because, let's take a trip down memory lane, right? Let's go back to the year 2000 or like the 1990s, right? Everyone had a phone that flipped or was a brick, right? So the only notion of what a cellular device was a way to communicate with somebody else that isn't there with you at the moment. Now, technology is so advanced that you can do anything you want. Anything. You can communicate with people not only in your vicinity, but you can communicate with people all around the world. The iPhone quite literally made the world a smaller place. Before, in the early 2000s, you had to buy a fucking card, put money into it, and use that card to dial internationally to be able to talk to someone in another country. Now, you have so many things you can do for free just off an iPhone. You have FaceTime, you have Discord, you have Instagram, you have Facebook. You can do so many. You can call people all over the world, right? Not only that, you have a phone that you can use as a bank account. You have a phone that you can use as a camera. You have a phone that you can use as a social media or messaging app. You have a phone that you can use to run your business. An iPhone is a lifeline for numerous things. And for a lot of businesses these days, all you need is a phone, an iPhone, a Samsung, I don't know, any smartphone. You can do so many things with just an iPhone that, like, older people unfortunately will not understand. So Aiden's right. It is what it is.
Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your YouTube, your Twitch, your TikTok. Build your fucking brand. Build it. Stop fucking waiting around. Build it now. We just came off of quarantine. All right? Motherfuckers are still inside, to be honest with you. This COVID shit, it was the worst thing to ever happen to the world, but it could have been the best thing that ever happened to you because you could have found yourself in it. And I found myself in it. Right? So listen.
All right, one thing I'll say about this, and I'm not going to speak on quarantine or COVID or whatever that's like too political, but basically in life, there are opportunities, right? Things can look really bad, but if you really find a way through it, it can help you in the long run. So always look for opportunities. That's basically what Aiden is saying. Like, he's not specifically talking about quarantine, he's giving an example, but what he's saying is no matter how bad things look, there are ways to use it to your advantage. You just have to take time and, do your research.
I'm telling you right now, lock the fuck in. You still have a couple more months until 2022. Lock the fuck in. Follow your fucking passion. And guess what? If your passion hasn't come to you yet, it's normal, bro. It's normal. Sometimes it takes people till 30, 40 years old. Look at Gary Vee. That motherfucker was working in a wine cellar at like 29. You have time, bro. You have time. You have time. But I just think that you guys set the bar so high.
Yeah, so I'm 26, right? And obviously I've tried things when I was younger. However, like, your success is supposed to be a marathon, not a race. So it's really important that you guys understand that things take time. And going back to what I said earlier, where you have to be obsessed with what you want to do and you have to work really, really hard because there is no corner cutting, you have to be really patient. Because again, your success is a marathon, not a race. The problem these days that people have is they, created this idea that you can get rich quick. And it's an idea that a lot of people sell these days that, they shouldn't. But like, let's say, for example, you're watching Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross has, you know, that big kick deal, and he is streaming to like 150,000 viewers a day. You're supposed to look at him and say, okay, I really want to get to this level, so I'm going to work hard at it. But you can't say, oh, I'm going to do what Aiden is doing and then also get 150,000 viewers. Now, you might tell me, oh, Ozzy, that's crazy. Why would you even say that? Everyone knows that success is not like right there. Unfortunately, guys, a lot of people do think this way. It's not a race, guys. You have to be able to do what you have to do in due time. Some people are not meant to get rich and famous at 21. Some people are not meant to get rich famous at 30. But as you grow older, you get more wisdom and you're able to share that wisdom and experience to your audience, which makes you relate more. So I think Jay-Z became a successful rapper at like 36, right? So there's different timelines for different people, but you have to be able to work really hard to be able to, at some point, use your experience and your skill to um, to take over the opportunity that comes. That's all I'm saying. Success is guaranteed, guys. Success is 100% guaranteed if you consistently attack it, because opportunities come and go. It's up to you to seize the moment and use that little bit of luck of that opportunity coming at the right time to be able to seize it and, become successful and, again, live the life that you want to live. And let me give you guys an example, right? Let's say, for example, you enter a raffle, and that raffle is giving you courtside seats to the Lakers. Now, you win 2 tickets, and you go with your friend to the Lakers game, right? And you're courtside. It's like a playoff game, game 7, let's say, for like Western Conference Finals, and you're at the courtside seats, right? You sit down and then you're on your phone and then you look to your left and you see Tom Holland sitting next to you, right? Or Kylie Jenner, or I don't know, like, or Kylian Mbappe, all right, for you soccer fans. They sit down next to you, right? And right now, like within the bat of 5 seconds, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you say to them? Right? A lot of you guys won't know what to say. And a lot of people that don't know what to do will just say, oh my God, I love you. Like, I've done this, I've done that. Wow, this is crazy. Holy shit, you're so cool, blah, 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 blah. Oh, can I take a picture with you? Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like, again, Aiden literally said, don't pedestalize people. We're all the same. Now, let's say, for example, with me, right? If I sit down and I sit next to Kylian Mbappe, I say, "Oh, Kylian, I love your Hublot watch. It's very nice. I know this model, right?" And they say, "Oh, really? Like, that's really cool. Yeah, like I really love Hublot. It's a great watch." Coming, I'm like, "Yeah, I think the movement is pretty good, but me personally, I'm a fan of Omega, right?" And I'll show him my Omega, and then we're just building off conversation. We're getting, we're understanding each other. We're learning our likes and dislikes, right? We found a connection to be able to understand what's going on. But most people, again, so that like the fact that I won the sweepstakes to the courtside game was the luck, right? The fact that Kylian Mbappe sat next to me is the opportunity. But for me to seize the opportunity, there has to be the skill set that I've worked really hard for. So if I'm in the watch business, I, spent countless hours, hundreds and thousands of hours to learn watches to understand, just so I can have a conversation with Kylian Mbappe. And that one conversation will create a connection between me and him. I might not get his phone number that day, but guess what? Next time he sees me, he's gonna say, "Oh, I remember you. You taught me about the Omega watches. That's so cool." It's like a very small example, but again, guys, there's luck involved and there's opportunity. But once those two converge, which is almost always guaranteed to happen, if you consistently push at it, it's your skill set that makes the impact at the very end. So again, guys, work hard, but like you have to be able to seize the moment at the right time. And sometimes it's not going to come at the right time. Sometimes it's going to come at the worst time. But when it does come, you have to be ready. So,
Right, bro. Stop being miserable and negative. Find some positivity, whether you watch me or somebody that uplifts you. Apply your positivity with your work ethic, your grind, and your passion, and you will do it. You'll complete it. And you guys can look back a year from now, before I said the same exact speech. And I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. And if you don't fuck with it, that just means that you're meant to go do that 9 to 5 shit. Miss me with that, bro. I'd rather fucking tell the people that watch me and gain something out of watching me this shit, bro, because I'm telling you exactly how I did it.
so quick thing about this. When I said earlier that Aiden, says 9 to 5 are factory workers. So what he's saying right here is that, you're that 9 to 5 person, miss me with that shit. He's not saying that 9 to 5s are bad individuals. It's just that, like, it's not for him. So he knows exactly what he wants. He knows the niche audience that he wants to talk to. So that's why he's saying it's not for me, right? So that, just want to clear that up.
It. Look at me crazy, call me crazy in the beginning, but once I'm making millions of dollars playing video games, having fun with my fucking family, typing, which is family.
By the way, Mr. Beast said this recently, and I think it's a very important quote that you all have to live by. But basically, you're crazy until you make it. So no matter what you're doing, you can be streaming, you can be, I don't know, like, just doing anything towards your life goals and achievements. Just know that people are going to think you're weird and you're crazy until you actually make it. Once you make your $2-3 million, then that's when people say, "Oh, I always knew he was going to make it. He always had this aura about him. I had no doubt he was going to." Bullshit. You're crazy until you make it. So if you have, me personally, I sit at home a lot, right? I sit at home and I don't go out much, right? For now, I'm a loser. But let's say in 5 years I make $30 million, then that sob story of me not going out much and being at home and sacrificing my time is going to turn into a success story. You're crazy until you make it, guys. Don't give up.
You guys, my chat, I'm having the best fucking time of my life. I'm having the best time of my life. And again, I'm not shit without you guys, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and rock designer as I'm wearing a fucking Supreme shirt. No, but for real shit, I'm not gonna sit here and rock jewelry, grills, brag about how much money I have and shit. I'm not gonna sit here and do that shit. I'm not. You know why? Because without you guys, I'm nothing, and I know that, bro. I know that. Without you guys supporting me and loving me.
So this is where Aiden is breaking down the fact that, yes, once you do make it, you can't let that shit cloud you. This is where you have to have a aspect of humbleness where you have to understand, okay, I remember where I came from. I have my audience. I'm here. I'm not here without them. They're the ones that created me. So yeah, I know, like I said earlier, you have to be aligned. You have to attack no matter what. But guys, remember to be humble. Again, Aiden said it perfectly. Do not pedestalize me. I'm not better than you. I'm just a guy that you're watching that you can relate to, and it's something that I do good at, where I'm just articulating what's going on in my life, and that's also something going on in your life. So again, be humble. That's very important.
And falling in love with my streams, I'm nothing. So I can never look at you guys as less than human beings. That's why I'm telling you and feeding you this knowledge. I really, really want you guys to fucking take off and be creative with your lives. Seriously, do not fucking fall down that trap, guys. Do not be miserable in this life. You have time. You have tons of time. You have years, bro. It takes people 30, 40 years, whatever it is. You might get it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. If you get it within 1 to 5 years, you're very lucky. I happen to be extremely lucky. If you've been watching me come up, I have one of the most luckiest.
See, guys, so as I mentioned earlier, it takes time, and not everyone is on the same timeline as everyone else. Again, it's a marathon, not a race. So the fact that he admitted that he was very, very lucky, which he was, is really important for you guys to, like, hear as you're going through your journey of becoming a self-entrepreneur or whatever it is. It's not a race, guys. Like, it's not a race. If you're trying to become, like, I'm trying to become a streamer, but I'm not going to compare myself to Aiden Ross. I'm going to continue to do what I want to do. I'm going to talk about what I'm good at, which is about, like, being motivational, being able to help individuals understand who they are and help them with the gym, the financial wealth, and really just documenting my journey and becoming successful. That's what I'm good at. I'm not going to compare myself to Aiden because, Aiden might give me motivation to make sure that I'm not going to listen to the haters and really just continue to work hard and not give up. But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna continue to be consistent with it, and not think, oh, like when is it gonna come? When is it gonna come? When is it gonna come? At some point, it's gonna come because I'm putting in the work, right? I'm putting in the energy out to the world. The world is gonna put the energy back to me. That's just how it works.
Come ups, but I can tell you right now, the shit I'm gonna do with my come up, I'm very happy I got it this quick because I'm gonna change lives with it. And I'm gonna continue to do so. I've already have, and I'm gonna continue to do so. And I want to let you know right now, that's what life's about. The true meaning of life is finding your talent, gaining the most out of your talent, getting the most out of your passion, and then giving back to others. That's what life's about. I truly believe that. I truly believe it's just helping others out.
He's right. Once you make it big, you at some point you want to give back because you want to be able to empower others to help them, right? Because not everyone has, not everyone wakes up with that attitude of just like becoming great. Not everyone has that, motivation. Sometimes you have to be able to tell them. So just off the fact that, like, someone might be watching this video or my video, for instance, and say, okay, like, I really like this. I want to do the same thing. That right there is gonna, you know, he just gave back in some sense where he's helping you out as an individual to follow your dreams.
Blessing other people, loving other people. Real shit. I really do, guys. I really, really do. I genuinely love you guys so much. And anybody in here that is still contemplating what they want to do in this life, you have time for one. For two, you're going to fucking do it. Man up, get some balls, get up, and grind. It's not that fucking hard. My boy at Barbers with the 50 subs, I appreciate you so fucking much. W's in the fucking chat. Please, monetize everything, bro. Do you see how... Oh, I think I said chat. Do I need this overlay? You guys like, no, everyone knows who you are. Some people don't know who I am. I'm going to still be advertising these socials everywhere I go. You need to be popping everywhere. Everywhere. But guys, I'm going to tell you guys right now, TikTok, use that to your advantage, bro. A lot of people blew up from TikTok overnight. You guys, Speed's blow up was the craziest shit we've ever seen in our lives. Right? That shit is crazy as fuck and so much...
Yeah, guys, he's right. You have to be able to monetize everything. Like me personally, I'm gonna clip these. I'm gonna clip this stream and post it all over Instagram Reels and TikTok, because that's really where you get your attention. You can blow up overnight over something. So monetize everything. He's completely right. That's just how it works, how it is, and how it needs to be. And again, at this moment in time, it's so easy to get successful and get famous. You just have to be able to put the correct eyeballs to it. But for people to want to watch you, you have to put a little bit of effort and bring some good quality content to their feed, which is at this stage it's pretty simple. Get a basic camera and just talk, or play video games. If you're good at video games, just show yourself doing video games. And again, there's always an audience for something, right? Like, everyone's unique in their own way, but there are cliques where a lot of people like video games, a lot of people just like talking, a lot of people just like watching other stuff. It is what it is.
Motivational. You guys should be using that shit for your own advantage. Speed is obviously a talented ass motherfucker. There's never going to be an iShow Speed again. That motherfucker is my brother. I know him. He's a goat, bro. He's a goat. But there's never going to be one of you guys again. I hear people say, oh, he's the next. He's the next. No, there's only one of you. Don't compare. You're in your own lane. Just saying, bro. Use us as motivation. Use us as motivation. You guys can do it too. I promise you guys. You guys can do it too. I swear to God you can. Do not let anybody ever fucking take you away from that. Please. That's all I ask, bro. That's all I ask. And that's it. I hope you guys achieve whatever you guys have. And that's all I wanted to say. And if you're late, maybe you guys will see this over TikTok or YouTube or whatever, but just know I love you. I'm here for you. If I find you on Twitter, Instagram, reaching out for advice, I'm going to be there and always and help you guys out. And I just want to start off the stream with that because you guys truly changed my life. And I'm about to hit 2 million subscribers today. And a year ago today, I hit 100K on YouTube. And a year ago today,
So guys, by the way, like, so this is in 2021, I think, but he went from 100K to 2 million subscribers in 1 year. Now that is very, very hard to do. And like he said, he got very lucky. But the point is, he was very, very consistent with it. He was very consistent. He brought quality content, and like, again, he was able to find a niche to show himself and his content for a lot of people to start watching. So, W Aiden.
told Celery, let's not upload 2K content anymore. Let's not upload content. Let's upload Aiden Ross content because I know my limits. And that was the best thing Celery and I ever did, was when we made it my own plug channel, my own live channel, right? The best thing we've ever done. Celery's life has changed forever. My life has changed forever. Thank you guys, for real shit. Without Celery, again, guys, hitting 2 million subscribers would have never been possible. The best person I could have ever had working with me on this Aiden Live channel, on God.
All right, so here's another important aspect of what Aiden Ross is doing. He is giving props to the people that were with him and helped him become who he is. Because there's only a certain thing you can do alone. You have to be able to collaborate and do things together and help people that will genuinely want you to succeed. Once you have that circle around you, it creates a really strong infrastructure, and it's very hard for you to fail at that point because you're all working towards a goal. And once you make it, again, that's where this humbleness comes in, right? You have to be able to be grateful for the help that you got from others, and using their time to help you out and help you become who you want to be.
Celery's a fucking demon. He gets those videos up quick as fuck. He's never lacking. He's never on his shit. He still works like we have fucking 100K subscribers. I remember the NLE Chop Up stream, guys. He uploaded like 12 fucking videos. He called me. He was like 5 a.m. He's like, yo, bro, I'm so exhausted. I'm like, but I'm gonna get some videos up. This motherfucker Celery's a demon. Without Celery, there's no Aiden Ross. Let's just get that straight. On that YouTube shit, Celery got it, bro. Because that YouTube helped Aiden explode off of Twitch. So chat, Celery made Aiden, in a way. Real shit though, bro. Real shit. We went crazy, bro. Yeah, we'll hit 1 million on Twitter this month too. It's crazy, bro. I'm getting in the millions, bro. I'm getting past these 100,000s, man. Fuck those 100,000. I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the best feeling in the world for me was hitting, I think 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think that shit is really.
So this is a very important concept, and I think it was Charlie Munger, the COO. I think he died. R.I.P. Charlie Munger. He was the guy that worked at Berkshire Hathaway, or if it was Warren Buffett, I completely forgot. It was one of those two. They said that your first 100,000 is going to be your hardest number to achieve, whether if it's in dollars, whether it's in subscribers, whether it's in anything or sales, anything. Your 100,000 is going to be much harder for you to achieve than your 1 million, right? You guys understand that? 100,000 is going to be harder to achieve than 1 million because as you compound, that's where the numbers accelerate much faster. Once you get 100,000 subscribers, it's going to be much easier for you to get to 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and then 1 million. So the compounding effect is important, but for you to be able to start something organically to where people watch you and want to be able to continuously subscribe to you, that's the hard part, and you have to keep working at it.
Hit me the hardest. But again, guys, 20% on God. Let's see it, Celery. We got to keep going. We got to keep going. Facts. But listen, guys, seriously, real shit again. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm not going to be repetitive. You guys are in my stream for a reason right now. On September 17th, whatever time zone you're in my stream for a reason. It's a very special day. This day right now, take whatever advice that hits you the hardest right now with this speech and apply it and watch how your life will change for the better. Listen to signs, though. You're going to get signs to do things. You're going to get signs to stop doing things. Listen to signs. The universe, God, whatever you believe in, is going to plant signs in your life. Do not be stupid. Listen. Pay attention. You have to pay attention to signs. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, guys, it's all about analysis. If something happens, like obviously there are cases where it's like random, but do some analysis on the signs that you get, and you'll understand them as they go on. I can't really explain to you what signs you're going to see based on the criteria of business you want to work at, but there are going to be signs as you continue to progress in your growth. So analyze. It's most important. Analytics is like extremely important for you to understand what went wrong, what could go better, and how to fix it for the next time.
I know it don't sound crazy. Everyone gets fucking signs, bro. Everyone gets signs about some people in your life, some shit in your life. Do not fucking take advantage of that shit. You gotta actually apply that shit for real. You have to, bro. Last part of the cheat code. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's mind over matter. If you can see it, you can perceive it. It's that simple, bro. And I just did this shit. I'm just literally a kid from high school who literally just wanted to play fucking.
Yeah, this is very important because when you're, I guess, growing in your aspect of, business you want to work at or as an entrepreneur or anything, you have to have a vision. And this vision is not something that a lot of people will be able to understand or see. Going back to his point of like, I want to become a streamer, right? His, parents or teachers are not going to understand that because they don't understand the vision of how it works with monetization of, subscribing and, sending money through various channels, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. You have to have a vision, and that vision, you have to really have a strong grip into it, and don't let nobody sway that vision to like let it work or not work. You have to be insane. You have to be obsessed. Don't let nobody tell you anything. That's just how it is.
Video games all day and be degenerate. Just kidding. Had some fucking fun. A year ago today, I was having a couple of thousand viewers, like 4,000. And now whenever I want, I can pull 100K. It's crazy as fuck, right? It's crazy. And again, I don't even care about that shit anymore. I had a little phase. What was it, chat? I think April through like June, where I really cared about, I have to pull 100K, I have to pull 100K, I have to do this, But again, I have to wear the clothes, I have to get the shoes. But now I'm so past it mentally. It's like, I got it. It was really cool. I got it. Life changing. But I love you guys. And if you're still a part of this fucking journey, I love you guys. This is just the beginning for real shit. Anyways, let's see. Appreciate you guys so fucking much. Can I get a round of a fucking applause? I'm just kidding. We're about at 2 million subs right now, though. So if you haven't subbed,
All right, guys. I think like that's the end of the video, but there's a lot of stuff to unpack again because don't let nobody bring you down. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. If you have a vision, you got to stick to it. You got to be like a lion. The reason why lions are so feared in the jungle, even though they're not the biggest animals in the jungle, is because their mentality. You know what's about to happen if you mess with a lion. You know what's about to happen if a lion attacks you. It's gonna like go for your neck and just rip you apart, right? You have to be strong. You have to, do a lot of research. There's a lot of things and nuances that go into becoming an individual that you want to become, right? Whether if it's an individual that sells spoons, whether if it's an individual that, creates businesses, whether if it's an individual that wants to become a C-suite executive for a company like Goldman Sachs. There's a lot of things that goes on to it, and the journey is really, really hard. If the journey is easy, it's not meant to be. Because if everyone can do it, then nobody can do it. The reason why the journey is hard is because of the fact that you're going through something that nobody else can do. And you have to be able to be strong and resilient to be able to get that done. I don't care what you have to say. There's no excuse. If you have a vision and you have a goal, you fucking get out there and attack it no matter what, right? The journey has to be hard. You have to be able to earn what you want to do and what you want to achieve. Because if you don't earn anything, life is not going to be as fun, right? Because if you make the sacrifices, you work and you make it, it's going to be really fun, right? Like me personally, I would love, to sit in a yacht and just talk with my friends about how we used to, scrape coins just to buy some Sour Patch Kids at 7-Eleven. That's just like, that's what it is, right? That's like the greatest part of life, where you make it and you're talking about what you had before and now you're just watching the results. And then when you have kids, you create the generational wealth. Guys, you know, Aiden obviously is going through a lot of controversy, but I just wanted to discuss this video because I think it's very, very important, and there's a lot of things that you can learn from it. And I hope from the nuances that I described, you're able to understand a bit better what he was saying. But I'm here. I'm gonna be continuing on my success. I'm gonna, create new avenues of revenue for myself, right? I'm gonna be doing DJing. I'm gonna be doing the streaming consistently, Wednesdays and Sundays for now, and obviously some Saturdays to watch like certain fights. But there's a lot of things that you have to do, and it's very hard. But as a man, I'm gonna get up every day and just control my emotions with true stoicism and continuously build and become a better person than I was yesterday. Guys, again, I can't emphasize this enough. There is no tomorrow. I don't care what anyone says. All this bullshit about, oh, I don't know what to do here, I'm gonna do this later, I'm gonna, fuck that. Do it now. Prioritize it, right? I don't care what you have, like your friends want you to go drink. I don't care. I'm sorry. I can't go. I have to be able to fix this. I can't go. I have to be able to, start this up. Oh, like your girlfriend is calling you. Unfortunately, your dating life is going to go down, right? Your girlfriend's calling, oh, I want to go to dinner. I want to do this. I'm sorry, babe. I can't. I have to be able to do this. I have to be able to continuously work on this. I can't just miss this one day because you want to get dinner. I have to continuously become a better person. And that, that could be through the gym. That could be through your businesses. That could be through a lot of stuff. But guys, don't give up. There is no tomorrow. I need you guys to focus right and get it going. All right. I'll see you guys later.